17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Hustle Hoops. This is the home of the Hustle Hoops podcast, and as you can tell, man, the main draw to this video is the Boston Celtics going up 2-0 to the Brooklyn Nets, man. And honestly, like, I had to record this the next day because I didn't even know, like, there's so much going on in my mind. The Celtics are tough, bro. The Celtics are really tough. Based off the score, you can see the score is 114 to 107, right? The Celtics won by 7 points, but it didn't feel like this was a very close game coming down to the wire. The Nets took a big lead. Shout out to Bruce Brown going 9-0 on a 9-0 run all by himself. Bruce Brown came out the gates cooking. Bruce Brown was not trying to lose, and I was sitting here like, I want the Celtics to win. I want Celtics in 5, y'all boys. I'm tired of Brooklyn Nets. I'm tired of people saying that the Nets are this, that, and the third. The Nets are not a good squad, and I'm not a believer in the Nets, so I'm actively rooting against the Nets. I'm sitting here watching wanting the Nets to lose. I'm not saying I want them to have a bad game or anything like that, but I want the Nets to lose. And when I see them come out the gates going crazy like that, I'm like, uh-oh. I'm sitting here like, uh-oh. And so it's like I said, it started out Bruce Brown was going crazy, right? Then, okay, they call timeout. Then they start coming back. The Celtics are fighting, but the Nets continue to have a lead. They're hitting shots. Everybody's doing everything. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum aren't really doing much. The announcers on the call are talking about, yeah, the Nets are playing good defense. I'm really impressed by the Nets defense this game. And so the Nets end up winning the first and the second quarter, right? And so they're up by 10 going into halftime. And so I'm sitting here like, yo, bro, even though KD is still getting turned over like crazy, even though Kyrie isn't going off like he did the other day, I'm sitting here like, you had the supporting cast going crazy. Like I said, I already mentioned how Bruce Brown was going off this game. Then I'm coming and seeing how Seth Curry hitting 4 threes. You had the Goran Dragic was going off this game, bro. He was hitting mid-range after mid-range, fast break pull-up middies, step back middies. He hit a 3-ball. Goran Dragic was hooping in the first half, and I'm sitting here like, it's not looking good for the Celtics. I'm saying it's not looking good because Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are hooping. KD and Kyrie, even though they're not hooping, I'm like, if I trusted the duo to turn it on, I would trust KD and Kyrie, especially because they already have the lead. But that second half showed me something different. The third quarter, the third quarter, the Boston wins the third quarter 30-25, and then that fourth quarter was spectacular, 29-17 in that fourth quarter, man. And I was just watching this game, and I was just losing my mind at every moment when I'm seeing Al Horford this whole game is carrying this whole game, right? It really wasn't. Jayson Tatum only had 19 and Jaylen Brown only had 22. But we'll talk about Jaylen Brown a little bit later. This whole game, it was everybody else. The whole time I'm watching, I'm saying, okay, Jayson and Jaylen aren't hooping. I need something from everybody else. And everybody else gave me something. Al Horford gave me 16 with 3 threes. Every three he hit was a big three. Every shot he hit was a big shot. All his defense was big defense. Every board, everything he did was huge. He's getting steals. He's getting blocks. Al Horford was hooping. Even though he fouled out, he was hooping. Daniel Tice gave you 15. Daniel Tice don't even score like that. He gave you 15, getting key baskets at key times. Marcus Smart wasn't even hooping like that for real, but it was everybody else. Like I said, Grant Williams dang near saved this game by himself. Grant Williams was not trying to go outside, and Grant Williams proved that he had 3 threes almost back to back. He went on a little run by himself. He didn't miss a shot all game. He made 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, and 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He was hooping, getting good defense, getting good blocks. He was hooping. And Peyton Pritchard, the same thing. I said I needed everything from everybody else, and everybody else gave me something. Peyton Pritchard only had 10 points, but we'll get to some of his baskets. Every shot he made was a huge shot. Peyton Pritchard was hooping, y'all boys. I said I needed everything from everybody else, and they came through. Oh my gosh. So this game was just a really good game. It had me on my emotions. It had me on my heels. For some reason, Kyrie barely touched the ball in the fourth quarter. It seemed like he got frozen out for some reason. KD was shooting everything. KD was missing everything. He went 0 for how many? He didn't make a single shot in the second half. I think it was 0 for 10, 0 for 11, 0 for 12, something like that. It was 0, nigga. KD was not hooping. And so I just kind of want to jump into watching some of the film to kind of break it down and give my reaction to how I was feeling when this stuff went down. And so here we are with KD, right? I'm watching his turnovers. I'm seeing every other YouTuber put film in their thing, so I'm going to start putting film in it. KD just double team right there. That's a steal. He's getting turned over this whole time. And this is even when they have a lead. And so KD just gets turned over right there. Here comes another play. He has 6 turnovers this game. We're not gonna watch all of them, but I just want to look at some of them, how he's getting pressured every time. He's seeing 2 people. Tatum steal, easy punch out, right? This is big because every turnover almost to this point, they're up and Jaylen Brown gets a steal. This was a tough and one. When this happened, I was going crazy. I was so hyped for this man, bro. But every time, these are key turnovers because they're winning, and these turnovers are the momentum swingers that's getting them, helping them, Boston come back. And y'all talking about double teams? That's just ISO steal. And Tatum is getting another easy fast break punch. These are the momentum plays in that third and fourth quarter that propelled Boston to come back, y'all boys. KD, one more time. This is tied up at this point. Now, Grant Williams said, I need some defense. He gave me offense earlier, so now I need defense. And he has KD shook in his brain, and he turned it over, y'all boys. KD was not in his, I don't know what was wrong with Kevin Durant this game, but for some reason, he just wasn't hooping like normal. I'm not even the biggest shot chart guy, but I had to just pull up this shot chart for Kyrie on the left and KD on the right. They both shot 30% or below. And you just see all the red X's around here. And this is X's in their mid-range. These are shots that Kyrie hits. Look at all these mid-rangers. If you were to watch the film, he's supposed to be making these shots. KD, same thing, mid-range. They're getting mid-range pull-ups. They're getting these shots that they make. Granted, everything is contested, but these are just shots that these guys are supposed to hit. And I can honestly give an excuse for Kyrie. I know the fans are on you crazy. I know you were fasting for Ramadan, and so you might be tired. You had to eat your banana halfway through, but so I can't really get too mad at you. But KD, I don't know what's wrong with you, Kevin Durant, but 4 for 17 is unacceptable, and you need to turn up. Your body language is off. Your face doesn't look like you want to hoop. For some reason, it looks like you're affected, and if you're going to be the best player in the world, you have to hoop better. This is not acceptable for the best player in the world, and I don't care what anybody says, bro. All right. So we're right here looking at Jaylen Brown's points in the fourth quarter. That's a big 3 to get us down by 2. Jaylen Brown turned up this fourth quarter. So we just saw him hit that 3 to give him 90, right? He's going to come here. Hezzy, get me a tough lay and 1 to tie the game up. Jaylen Brown was hooping this fourth quarter. He went basically on a run by himself. Okay, somebody else scored right there, but here I am coming right back. Spin move on Kyrie. That's tough defense, but that's a better layup. Jaylen Brown is saving his game right now with these tough baskets. Then I just got that lay. Y'all saw me get some threes. Now I'm pulling up to get a big shot. That's big momentum. Put us up by 5. Jaylen Brown is in his bag, y'all boys. He scored 10 points in that fourth quarter, and he was just going crazy. Jaylen Brown basically saved that game in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and I had to show him some love, bro. And then this right here, this is just a dagger from Tatum. That's a big step 3-pointer. That's after Horford had fouled out and everything. Tatum just comes down, pulls up with his shorts all up in his booty cheeks, and he still makes a shot. Tough game. And that's really much all I have to say about this Celtics game, man. Like, these Celtics boys were hooping. And that's all I have to say, man. They were going crazy. They're giving great defense. They're locking up KD. They're locking up Kyrie. Bruce Brown is going off, but it was a group effort on offense. These are the signs of a championship team. These are the signs of a contender. These are the signs of a very dangerous playoff team when, okay, my 2 best players only have 19 points and 22 points, but I get 15, I get 18, I get all these contributions from everybody else. I get timely buckets and a good runs from everybody else. And this is what a championship team looks like. They have the great balance of defense and offense. They have the good defense. We see Marcus Smart, DPOY, Al Horford is stepping up on defense. Now just imagine how tough this team would be if they had their second defensive player of the year candidate in Robert Williams. But even without him, they're showing that they're still tough on that side. Shout out to Ime Udoka putting up good schemes on defense and offense. And then this is also the sign of a championship team. This is also a sign of a contender. This is also a sign of a dangerous team in the playoffs. Okay, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, we weren't hooping the whole game, right? We weren't doing well the whole game, but we're going to hit big shots in the fourth quarter. I just showed you Jayson Tatum's clutch 3. I just showed you Jaylen Brown going on basically a run all by himself. And so even if we're not doing good in the first 3 quarters, we say, okay, it don't matter what I did the first 3 quarters. The fourth quarter is a time where it matters. And those 2 young superstars showed up in the fourth quarter, and that was a difference in this game. That's all I have to say. Kevin Durant and Kyrie sold in the fourth quarter, where Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown elevated themselves in the fourth quarter. And so quickly, I just want to come on here and touch on the to quickly come on here and touch on the Philly game. I didn't watch this game obviously because I was watching the Celtics and Nets game, but I was able to, when that game turned off, catch some of the fourth quarter and overtime. And basically all I have to say is Joel Embiid, man. Joel Embiid is the MVP for a reason. I mean, I don't think he's going to win it, but he was probably my MVP. Him and Giannis, I wanted either one of them two to win it. Joel Embiid turned up. He had 33 13 in this game. And I just want to show y'all, obviously we all know he hit the game winner. That's where that picture's from. But I just want to show y'all his shots, the two shots he made in overtime, and just how big they were. So hold on. So I got to take it back. Hold on. I got to take it back. So here we are, right? Philly is down. Philly's down by 1. You have Joel Embiid just doing shimmy shake, looking like a prime Hakeem. Turn, fade, shot. Tough shot, put us up by 1. Now this is the shot heard around the world right here. 0.9 seconds to go. Joel Embiid, turn around, off shoulder, fading to the side. This is your 7-foot center, give you a game winner, putting y'all up right there, man. And I don't care. They had to review it, but Joel Embiid clearly got the shot off. That's crazy to see from your 7-foot center. The fact that he's catching it, turning, fading, doing all that stuff, man. Shout out to him. Let me take it back one more time so we can watch it again. He's catching it. You see the screen, right? He's running off of a screen, catching, turning, defender his face, put it up, good. Everybody was saying this is him getting his revenge for the Kawhi shot a couple years ago, but hey, man, Joel Embiid went crazy. Shout out to them boys in Philly. Everybody thought that this was gonna be a close series. Philly said we're not backing down from nothing, and we're not looking for a close series. We're trying to close these boys out in 4 or 5. Philly went up 3-0, and all I gotta say is big shout outs to them. I mean, obviously Toronto is hobbled. They don't have Scotty Barnes and stuff like that, but big win for the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Joel Embiid is going crazy. And now I have to sit up here and talk about this man, DeMar DeRozan. Everybody's going crazy on the internet everywhere. DeMar DeRozan drops 41. Now, I didn't watch this game. I probably should have, but so I watched the Bucks and Nets. Obviously, it's like, oh, if you watched Celtics and Nets, you should have watched this one because it was on TNT. But I switched to watching the Philly game, and so I missed the first half of the Bucks and Bulls. And I'm not going to lie to you, y'all boys, I was tired, so I didn't really watch this game. I went to sleep after I saw Joel Embiid hit the game winner. I just went to sleep. I was tired. And so I don't really know. I just woke up, saw the box scores, and saw that DeMar DeRozan went crazy. Shout out to the Bulls. Shout out to DeMar. I do know that Bobby Portis got poked in the eye or something crazy like that. His eye got messed up. I do know that Chris Middleton got hurt. So I hope that those two boys can come back because they're huge for Milwaukee. I know Giannis had 33, 18, and 9. Big MVP game for him, but you just couldn't finish it out. So what I want to do is I'm going to watch some of the highlights to see what happened in this game, to see what I missed. We're going to watch DeMar. We might watch some Giannis. I don't know. I might watch like a highlight video. We don't know. I'm going to watch DeMar DeRozan to see what he did because he went crazy. All right. So here I am watching DeMar, all his baskets. So first quarter, easy, get a little layup off of Giannis steal. That's nothing too crazy. All right. So they're up 1. Hezzy, get to my spot. Laying down 2 defenders. That's tough, DeMar. All right. So what's next? You got a midi, Hezzy, come off the screen. I'm just pulling up. Giannis, you got to know that's coming. I've been doing that my whole career. I made a whole season off that. I made a whole MVP campaign off of that. So you got to know. Later in the second quarter, Bulls up by 5. DeMar DeRozan off a 1 dribble pull up. That's tough. Hand in my face. It don't matter. That's butter. People were saying he turned into prime Michael Jordan on Twitter after this game. 41 is tough though. Okay, so now here we are. Coming more in the second quarter, 3 minutes left. I'm just giving a 2 dribble bump and 1 midi over Chris Middleton. That's tough, DeMar. That's really built. It seems like the Bulls had control over this game the whole time. I don't see them losing another basket in the second quarter. I'm just giving a 1 dribble out the fade on Wesley Matthews. That's just tough. DeMar DeRozan's going crazy. Coming in the second half, over Giannis, mid-range pull-up. That's over a 7-foot hand. That's tough, y'all boys. They're taking a big lead now. Okay, what's next? Coming off the down pin. Okay, screen coming, double screen. You know I'm pulling up the mid-range. Giannis, you have to know that that's coming. You can't be that far back. Get up because you know DeMar wants the mid-range. You can't give him the mid-range like he's any other player. Like, y'all just acting like this is somebody else. This is DeMar, the best mid-range shooter in the world right now, y'all boys. So here we go. DeMar DeRozan again, just cooking. Giannis is too far back. I'm just taking him. I'm getting to my spot and shooting what I want to shoot. We're up by 14 at this point, y'all boys. So now what I got? I'm just hezzying Giannis now. Giannis is just getting baked all of a sudden now. So Giannis went from being a DPOY candidate to now I'm just getting baked by DeMar DeRozan every play. Another one on Giannis. Spin. Oh, he passed it. He gets it back. But he wants to score. Giannis pulling up his shorts. It don't matter. I'm pulling threes now? That's tough. Giannis is getting cooked by DeMar. What the freak? Even though he went off another one, mid-range. He just pulling up in their face. It don't matter. Everybody's saying the mid-range is dead. Stop saying that. But the Bucks try to mount a little comeback, though. Hold on now. Here they are up by 10, fourth quarter. Another hezzy on Giannis. Another ISO. Another tween cross pulling up in Giannis's eyeballs. He's going crazy. The mid-range is tough. Another one on Giannis. And one. They're not calling that, though. Or I think they did call it. He's going crazy, y'all boys. Hezzy. Off the screen. I'm mid-range pulling up. Y'all got to do some adjustments. Y'all can't be sagging down off of DeMar on the mid-range. He wants to shoot the mid-range. Are y'all slow? They fouling. They didn't foul. They didn't call it. And he's and one-ing Giannis again. DeMar is hooping. That's tough. And that's the game right there. Yeah. That was OD. DeMar went off. I do think that the Bucks have to know that DeMar wants to get in that mid-range area. Giannis, Brook Lopez, y'all can't be sagging back 2 steps behind the screen. You know DeMar wants the mid-range. So it's not like any other player where they just want to go all the way to the rack or they want to shoot a 3. And you'll live with that. No, DeMar loves the mid-range. He lives for the mid-range. So you just can't give up that stuff. And I think they might make an adjustment because I think the same thing was happening last year in the finals, right? Chris Paul and Devin Booker were cooking in game 1. In game 1, Chris Paul and Devin Booker were cooking Giannis in the Bucks off the screen and roll, but they made adjustments in the rest of the series. We obviously know how the rest of that story went. Big shout out to the Bulls, though. I mean, I still have Bucks and 6 all the way through. You know what Giannis is going to do. He's giving you 33, 18, and 9. Giannis is the MVP, the reigning finals MVP, the champion for the reason. So, Bulls, get y'all happiness. Y'all stole home court, but it's okay. Milwaukee gonna come back and win on y'all floor, and it's gonna be even out, and we're gonna come back and finish it out on our home floor. Bucks and 6 all the way through. I don't care what anybody says. Giannis is the best player in the world. It's not KD because he sold. Joel Embiid MVP going crazy, y'all boys. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas later. I don't know what this video was, man. I'm just trolling at this point.